Greetings, Ranger fans. Jake here for a rapid run-through of the last 30 years of Mighty Morphin history. Strap in. This one's going to be a long one. Let's kick off the counter. It's Morphin time! Okay, so two NASA astronauts release Rita Repulsa and her minions from a space dumpster after 10,000 years. She, Goldar, Finster, Squat, and Babu set up shop in the Bandora Palace on the moon, former home of the Bandoran monks, protectors of the Zeo Crystal, so Zordon of Eltar proceed banished to a time warp and now looks like a floating head in a jar. He has his robot Alpha 5 summon 5 teams to become Power Rangers to protect the Earth with shiny suits and giant robot dinosaurs that combine to form Megazord Power. These Angel Grove Juice Bar denizens are Jason, Zach, Kimberly, Trini, and Billy, a genius who invents communicators to tap them into the command center's teleportation systems, and a rad bug to fly them there for emergencies, but still needs Trini to overcome her fears to save him when he's too high. Rita has Finster create monsters for them to fight, but the teens rise to the occasion, and not just when her magic wand makes them grow. Summoning new power weapons to defeat Minotaur, Kim using her archery skills to defeat Snizzer and Terratoad, and Trini using her new praying mantis kung fu against a mantis monster. Plus occasionally running for magic vegetation to break spells like with Shell Shock's magic traffic light. But Rita recruits Tommy to be her own Green Ranger, but he switches sides, so she takes his powers, but he gets his powers back, so her boss Lord Zed takes his powers again, but after the Rangers get new Zords, he gets new powers as the White Ranger. Jason, Zach, and Trini leave for a peace conference, though that might be a cover story for them becoming Omega Rangers. And they get replaced by a Stone Canyon Ninja team of Rocky, Adam, and Aisha, but Rita marries Zed and her brother Rito destroys the Zords and the Rangers get new ninja powers from Ninjor. Kim loses her power coin but can't replace it because as she discovered when going back in time and leading the Wild West Rangers, duplicate powers are a no-no. Because too much pink energy is dangerous. So she goes to the Pan Global Games and gets replaced by Kat, who used to work for Rita as a cat, but then Rita's dad Master Vile shows up, turns back time, and they all need a replacement by the Alien Rangers of Aquitar. The Kid Rangers retrieve the Zeo Crystal and restore the timeline, but then Rita and Zed's crew gets chased off by the Machine Empire. Since their ninja coins got dusted when they were kids, they use Zeo powers as the Zeo Rangers alongside Tanya, who swap places with Aisha during the timeline switch, and then the Gold Ranger shows up. He's Prince Trey of Triforia, but he gives his powers to Jason since Billy's body was damaged during Command Center explosion and even further damaged when messing with time, so he turns into an old man, but gets cured on Aquitar and stays for Cestria. Jason returns the gold powers, Rita and Zed return an RV to blow up the Machine Empire, and then Space Pirate Divatox shows up, kidnapping Space Wizard Larago to unleash Lava Demon Malagor, so it's time to shift into Turbo. Magic Keys give them new powers, but Rocky hurts his back with a spin kick, and is replaced by a kid named Justin. They're joined by the robotic Blue Centura, and after Zordon and Alpha 5 return to Eltar and replaced by Demetria and Alpha 6 before the other 4 Rangers are also replaced by TJ, Cassie, Carlos, and Ashley. They're helped by the Phantom Ranger before he disappears, and Demetria and Blue Centura and leave to help Zordon and Eltar, which is being invaded by Dark Spectre. But Divatox destroys their power chamber before returning to space, so the Rangers chase her, leaving Justin behind, and teaming up with Space Ranger Andros to save Zordon. Dark Spectre unites all the villains to conquer the universe, but gets backstabbed by a super torpedo by his minion Darkonda, so Andros destroys the captured Zordon to unleash a Z-wave of good energy and save the universe. Bulk and Skull, former youth center bullies, turned Ranger Hunters, turned Junior Police Patrol Officers, turned Detectives, turned Monkeys, turned Invisible, turned Temps, turned Alien Hunters, depart for the new space colony share adventure with Professor Phenomenus, but Skull gets left behind, so only Bulk gets to meet the new Galaxy Rangers on his way to New World Marinoy. Don't worry, he'll be back. Lightspeed Rescue then creates new Power Rangers to defend Mariner Bay from demons, Time Force Rangers travel to Silver Hills from the future to capture mutant criminals, and Princess Shayla recruits the Wild Force Rangers to protect Turtle Cove from the orcs. But then the Machine Empire is back. So Wild Force Red Ranger Cole teams up with 9 other Red Rangers, including Jason, Orico, and Tommy, who's apparently been chilling at Bulk and Skull's new restaurant, Bulkmeyer's. And they fly up to the moon, the astromech ship Mark II, with Alpha 7 to defeat the last generals and destroy Zed's old Zord, Serpentera. The Wind Ninja Rangers team up with Thunder Ninja Rangers to defeat Lothor's evil space ninjas, but now Tommy's back as a teacher with a PhD, and he recruits his students as the Dino Thunder Rangers to defeat his former boss Anton Mercer's alter ego Mesogod before he returns to Ranger retirement at Reefside. Fast forward 20 years to 2025. After the Terubian Empire destroys Sirius, Space Patrol Delta establishes its Ranger Academy on Earth protected from alien criminals, having its B Squad cadets replace Detroiter's A Squad, and eventually being joined by Tommy and Kat's grown-up son JJ as the replacement Green Ranger after Bridge gets promoted to Blue and then Red. Now back to 2006, where the Power Rangers Mystic Force of Briarwood defeat Master Optimus's army with the help of Rita Repulsa, who was purified by the Z-Wave and became Mystic Mother. But then her son Thrax interrupts the Power Rangers Operation Overdrive in their quest to collect the 5 jewels of the Corona Aurora, uniting all their villains together and attacking their connection to the Morphin Grid, so Adam returns, teaming up with Bridge from SPD, 3 other past Rangers, and Alpha 6 to help them restore both their powers and the Sentinel Knight that had initially captured Thrax. In another space dumpster. In Ocean Bluff, the Power Rangers Jungle Fury combat Daishi, while in another dimension, Dr. K creates the Power Rangers RPM to defend Corinth from Vengeance, an evil computer virus that she'd been forced to create that had managed to conquer the whole planet before having a building dropped on him and getting trapped in a morpher. For now. Back in the main universe, Master Xandra and Snarlock fight the Power Rangers Samurai, and later Super Samurai, while Bulk teaches Skull's son Spike to be a samurai himself for some reason, and Zordon's a parapupil Gosei recruits the Power Rangers Megaforce to fight Emperor Mavro's alien armada, and then become the Power Rangers Super Megaforce, using Ranger Keys to become all the past Rangers I just mentioned, and a few I didn't. Then teaming up with all those Rangers for a legendary battle to defeat the armada, but in another dimension, the Power Rangers Dino Charge, and later Supercharge, fight Sludge's bounties until their mentor Keeper sends them back in time to undo everything and create modern Dino Zoos, while back in the main universe, Power Rangers Ninja Steel, and later Super Ninja Steel, defend the Ninja Nexus Nexus Prism from Galvanax and Matamodius, but also team up with 3 other Rangers from across dimensions using Time Force's transportal technology to rescue 7 other Rangers, including Rocky's Mighty Morphin Red, Cat is Turbo Pink for some reason, and Tommy using his new Master Morpher to access all of his past powers, except Turbo. They prevent Lord Draven from shattering the walls between worlds, but when Grid Battle Force experiments with Morphin Grid energy, they accidentally resurrect Vengeance as Evox, who fights the Power Rangers Beast Morphers, but then resurrects past villains from Dino Charge and Mighty Morphin, led by Goldar Maximus. So the new Rangers have to team up with all those Rangers, plus Dino Thunder, to redefeat them alongside Jason, whose power coin showed up in a random meteor, but then Dino Fury Red Ranger Zeta wakes up after 65 million years, recruiting a new team to join him in fighting the Sporks army of Void Knight and later Void Queen, but his friend Ion's also awakened by the Green Morphin Master, who is behind the legendary battle, the meteor, the power eggs from the Radbug intro, and a whole bunch of other stuff. To help fight a resurrected Lord Zed, who teams up with Evox's lackey Scrozzle to destroy their home planet Ravcon, but then they capture Zed, then Zato sacrifices himself to defeat the Sporks, but then he's brought back by the Morphin Masters because Zed's escaped, and then, on to season 30! And that's the end of our history lesson. If you'd like a deeper look at how this history is celebrated in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers once and always, pop on over to my channel at Database Rangers Power Reviews. In the meantime, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and, until next time, farewell Ranger fans, and let the power protect you.